Mahabharata, The Price of a Promise. Season 1, Episode 4. Long ago, in the ancient land of Bharatvarsha, a single vow changed the fate of an entire dynasty. The promise Devavrata made did not merely shake the palace of Hastinapur. It echoed through time itself. From that moment onward, Devavrata was known as Bhishma, the man who chose duty over desire and sacrifice over power. King Shantanu returned to Hastinapur with Queen Satyavati by his side. The kingdom rejoiced. Drums echoed through the streets. Flowers fell from balconies. For the first time in many years, peace settled over the land. The king looked fulfilled, but destiny was already moving silently in the background. Bhishma stood beside the throne, not as an heir, but as a protector. He trained the soldiers. He advised the ministers. He upheld dharma with unwavering resolve. Yet one truth remained unspoken. Bhishma would never be king, and Bhishma would never have children. The future of the Kuru dynasty now rested entirely on the sons of Queen Satyavati. In time, a son was born. His name was Chitrangada. The kingdom celebrated once again. At last, Hastinapur had an heir. Chitrangada grew into a brave warrior, confident and proud. Bhishma watched over him closely, guiding him from the shadows. When King Shantanu's time in this world came to an end, the crown passed to Chitrangada. Bhishma bowed before the young king, honoring his vow, and stepped back. Chitrangada ruled with courage, but fate does not always grant long reigns. A rival king challenged him. A fierce duel followed. Steel clashed against steel. Chitrangada fell on the battlefield. Once again, the throne of Hastinapur stood empty. Grief returned to the palace, heavier than before. Queen Satyavati had lost her son. The kingdom had lost its king. But hope had not vanished entirely. Satyavati had another son, Vichitravirya. He was still a child, too young to rule. Once again, Bhishma stepped forward. He became the guardian of the throne, ruling on behalf of the young prince, with discipline, fairness, and strength. Years passed. Vichitravirya grew into adulthood, gentle in nature, lacking the fire of his brother and the power of Bhishma. Still, he was the last remaining hope of the Kuru lineage. Knowing this, Bhishma took upon himself another duty. He would secure brides for the king and protect the future of the dynasty. In the neighboring kingdom of Kashi, a grand swayamvar was announced. 3 princesses, Amba, Ambika, and Ambalika, kings and princes from across the land, gathered with pride. Bhishma arrived alone, not as a suitor, but as destiny itself. Before anyone could respond, Bhishma challenged every king present. He fought them all. One by one, they fell before him. And before the stunned assembly, Bhishma carried away the 3 princesses, not for himself, but for his king. The world stood in awe of his strength. But destiny is often cruel in quiet ways. Princess Amba carried a secret deep within her heart. She was already in love with King Shalva. When Bhishma learned the truth, he released her with honor. but Shalva rejected her. Amba's life collapsed between duty and desire. With nowhere else to go, she returned to Bhishma. This time, not seeking protection, but justice. She demanded that Bhishma marry her. But Bhishma could not. His vow stood unbroken. No marriage, no heirs, no exceptions. Amba's sorrow turned into rage. She swore revenge against Bhishma and against fate itself. A hatred was born, one that would echo all the way to Kurukshetra. Meanwhile, Vichitravirya married Ambika and Ambalika. For a brief moment, the future of Hastinapur seemed secure. But fate struck once again. Vichitravirya died young, leaving no children behind. The Kuru dynasty now stood on the brink of extinction. Bhishma still lived, powerful, unyielding, yet bound by his vow, unable to save the dynasty through blood. Queen Satyavati faced a terrible truth. Bhishma's sacrifice had protected the throne, but endangered the future. With the lineage hanging by a thread, she turned to a secret from her past, a decision that would shape destiny for generations to come. The next chapter of the Mahabharata was about to begin. Not through kings, not through vows, but through birth. If this story moved you, and if you wish to continue this journey through the great epic of the Mahabharata, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and walk with us as destiny unfolds, one story at a time.